Hello again, back for another video. Um, I'm actually really proud of myself every time I make one of these videos. Hopefully they're helping somebody. That's what I do it for. Um, and I am going to be brief this week. I know I say that every week and then my video is 20 minutes, but this week is different. I don't have a whole bunch of notes. Um, this week I'm going to talk about healthy versus unhealthy expectations in a relationship. Um, Now, this is somebody else's post that I'm pretty much getting the notes off of. I'm just going to add my little 2 cents, kind of customize it, detail it a little bit, tweak it based on my experiences. But I will post her picture to credit her and all of that. So we'll start with the unhealthy. One of the unhealthy expectations that you see in a relationship, expecting your partner to tend to all of your emotional needs or tend to all of our emotional needs. So again, I keep saying you can only control what's in your circle, your emotions, your thoughts, how you experience things. You cannot control other people. Therefore, you can't expect your partner to tend to all of your emotional needs or your emotions. Your emotions are fleeting, they're flighty, they change all the time. Your thoughts, all of that. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Your mind, and I would say, kind of your heart is like the sky. You have thoughts and feelings, those are like the clouds. They pass by, but the sky is constant. Your mind is going to remain. Your thoughts, your feelings that come, they're temporary, they pass. Could be storm clouds, could be just regular, fluffy, happy clouds, but they are going to pass. So you can't expect another human being who also has their own emotions and things that they're dealing with to tend to all of your emotional needs. Now, there are going to come times where you need someone else to kind of help you carry that load. Being an HSP, a highly sensitive person, I definitely know that sometimes I do need other people to kind of pull me out of that extreme emotional or sensitive place. But you can't expect your partner to tend to all of your emotional needs also while they're tending to their own. You got to take some ownership. All you can control is what's in your circle, and you're in your circle, your feelings, your thoughts, your beliefs. That's all that you can control. So that's an unhealthy expectation, is expecting your partner, and it's subtle, so it comes in and you don't expect it, but it happens pretty quickly that you start expecting that of someone else. Um, Healthy side of that is having multiple sources for emotional nourishment, like friends, therapy, hobbies. So, um, you have to have another outlet for your emotions when you get sad, mad, even when you're happy. You know, I found myself in, my relationship, um, like even being offended when I have a happy moment and I can't share it with the other person. You know what I mean? So you have to you have to work on being confident enough in yourself to own your own emotions and know that sometimes when you're crying, there's not going to be somebody else to pat you on the back and hold you, console you, soothe you, and make you feel better. As well as you might have the best day of your life, feel happy on cloud nine, and that other person may not be there, may not be able to meet you there, and then you feel invalidated. Like I said, I'm speaking from experience. I've experienced this. So you have to know that you have to have multiple sources, whether it's multiple friends. It would behoove you, and like I said, I learned from my own experience, to learn how to, like, people can't make you happy and people can't make you sad. So when you're having the best day ever, know that it's okay for it to be your best day ever, and if nobody celebrates with you the way that you're celebrating you, that's okay. You can celebrate yourself. Know that on your worst day ever, if nobody is soothing you the way that you would like or need them to, that's okay also. You have to know how to own your own emotions, have multiple sources for emotional nourishment, but it all starts with you. It's nice to have people, but you need to condition yourself to remember it's not a requirement, not mandatory. So Next one, expecting conflict to never occur. Like I said, I think years ago I came across a guy who wanted to date me, and he's like, I don't argue with people at all. He's like, I haven't had an argument in like over a year. And while that sounds like, oh, that might be a good thing, now that I'm older and a little bit wiser, I'm like, that's not good because that means that you're probably suppressing something that's going on, because arguments are natural, normal. We're human. When your humanity hits my humanity, there is a fire that starts sometimes. So you not having an argument might mean that you might be suppressing or detaching yourself from normal human conflict and engagement. But yeah, expecting conflict to never occur in your relationship is very unhealthy. It's going to happen. The best thing that I can tell you is just don't let it catch you off guard. Do your research. It would behoove you to learn yourself and to learn your partner, so that when conflict happens, you are on the same team against the problem, not you and the other person against each other. Find a solution that's going to benefit both sides. So that's the unhealthy part. The healthy part is allowing conflict to bring more depth and closeness, because it should be that every time you have a disagreement, conflict, whatever with your partner, you're learning something new about them, something about yourself. My biggest thing is I don't like having the same fight over and over. So we have a conflict, we have a disagreement. I trigger you, you trigger me. I want to learn what that trigger is, how to not trigger you in that way, what's a better way to approach it, and vice versa. Allow conflict to bring you closer and to add depth to your relationship. Like, oh, now I understand this about you. I know you well enough to know that when I say or do this, this hurts you, it bothers you, it causes a gap in our relationship. If it's not going to kill me, let me try to accommodate that. Basically. Next one, unhealthy, expecting your partner to never trigger you. That piggybacks off the same thing. So expecting your partner to never trigger you and to never say or do anything that pushes that button is impossible. I think all of that goes back to self-control and knowing your partner, and it comes back to trust. So you're going to be triggered. You're going to be triggered by people in traffic, your boss, your mate, your kids. Everything is going to trigger you at some point. But the key is knowing, do I need to say something to this person, or is this something I need to deal with within me? And then that's where the trust comes in. Like, is this person triggering me intentionally, or is it just that they happened to step on something and they didn't know? Maybe I should give them a chance. My thing is, I'll let you know a couple times, hey, this bothers me. I don't like this, blah, blah, blah. It takes people a little bit longer to get things, so I'll be patient. But if I need to set a boundary to let you know that, hey, you're triggering me, this hurts, I don't like when you do this, that's where the boundary might have to come in. The healthy side of it is allowing triggers to be an opportunity for growth. Like I said, that comes back to growth in you and growth in your relationship. Every trigger, every fight, every situation can be used as a way to grow and get better, stronger, become healthier. If you allow it to. Ask questions. I am big on asking questions because you can assume something and you can be wrong. So if you ask a question, then you'll learn something about yourself and others. Expecting our partner to never feel jealous or insecure or fearful is an unhealthy expectation. They're human just like you are. I'm a very territorial person, so I'm prone to feel jealous, insecure, fearful, and those are things I have to separate. Like, is this a boundary I need to set with the other person, or is this something in me that I haven't rectified? So that's unhealthy. The healthy side of it is making space for your partner's difficult feelings just as much as your own. You know what I mean? Treat your partner like you want to be treated. So when they're feeling jealous or insecure or fearful, realize that there's something that's being kicked up in them right now that probably makes them feel unsure about the relationship. So, give them some validation, give them, try to put those fears to bed as much as you can. Say something encouraging, remind them that, you love them, you care about them, you're there for them, you're on their side. It can be the smallest simple thing but just reinforcing that bond, that relationship can go a long way. Yeah, that was all I wanted to talk about today. Go over that. Like I said, I'll post it. Those are things that you can work on, excuse me, within your relationship with the healthy versus the unhealthy expectations. And hopefully these are things that you apply for you to do, as well as things that you ask for your partner to do to help build that bond, strengthen it, make it better. And good luck to you all. Bye.